Okay, and for this in-depth healer guide, I'll be going over all the, I guess, level 80 things to do as a white mage. Alright, first off, let's talk about your damage. Now, the level 80 damage are Glare and Nia. Now, Glare is just stone, and then Nia is arrow. And also, Holy, alright, so, Glare does unexpected damage with potency of 300. Nia does unexpected damage with a potency of 120, plus it does damage over time for 30 seconds. Holy is your AoE attack that does potency of 140, and it has stun. Okay, now as is. It deals unexpected damage with a potency of 400 to all nearby enemies, and it restores HP and MP to all nearby party members. That is your damage. That's all the white mage damage right there. Now, let's go over your healing. So, starting off with Cure. Cure is just your basic, you know, oh, he's low, I should probably just use this. You know, if you keep using Cure enough, you'll have a 50% chance to get a free Cure 2. Because, alright, Cure is 400 MP, Cure 2 is 1000. So, you might be saying, well, it's only 1000. As a white mage, you run out of MP fairly fast, because some idiot trying to fucking kill himself. You just can't have that. So, now let's move on to Medica. Stores own HP and the HP of all party members. Now, in the long run, you should probably never use Medica and only use Medica 2. Because Medica 2, it heals and it also grants regen. So what you could do is use Medica and also put on regen on the tank. And then just spam Cure. That way he will always be healed. Cure 3. Restores HP of target and all party members nearby. Cure potency 550. Cure 3 is really, you should only use if that person is very low, because it costs 1500 XP. Or, MP, I mean, sorry. Okay, let's talk about more of, see, there's difference between class and job actions. Let's talk more of the job. Okay, presence of mind. You're not really going to be using this. It just reduces your spellcast time by 20%. I mean, you should probably use it if, you know, everybody's dying, and you just need to heal everybody fast. But, I don't know, I mainly didn't use this a lot. Okay, regen. It grants healing over time. What you want to do with this, mainly, is, you know, just put it on the tank, and then, yeah, then spam Cure. Regen actually does a lot of healing. I mean, it's not great, so you can't just put regen and then just walk away. You have to monitor that. That's really it. Benediction. Restores all of a target's HP. So, say you just race somebody, and they get up. They have no health. So, you could use Benediction, and then they're at full health now. Okay. Gladius Solus. This is when you unlock your Lily gauge, and once you do, when you're in battle, your gauge will start to, alright, see that Lily? A blue stream will go through it, and then once it reaches the end, you'll get a Lily, and it will do that 3 separate times, because you can hold 3 lilies, and then this just restores target's HP and costs 1 lily. And it nourishes the blood lily, which we'll talk about later. Asylum. Using this will place down an area of effect where anybody in it is granted healing by 10%. Okay, thin air. This makes thin air is used to, well, say you get raised, you don't have any MP. You use thin air, everything becomes free because MP cost is now 100% off. Alright. Tetragramnation. Restores target's HP, cure potency 700. This is like Benediction, but Tetragramnation doesn't heal for as much. It's mainly just, and this takes like 3 minutes for a cooldown. This is only 60 seconds. Divine Bench. This puts a barrier over your target to a heal of 500. That's mainly what that is. Plenary Indulgence. Now this, it grants confession to self and nearby party members. Once you use this, Medica, Medica 2, Cure 3, or Fleet's Rapture, cast by self, confession triggers an additional healing effect. So what you do is you use this, and then you use Medica 2. And that does a lot of healing. Now, Fleet's Misery. Deals unexpected damage to target and all enemies nearby with a potency of 900 for the first enemy, and then 25 less for all remaining. This can be only executed when the Blood Lily is in full bloom. What that means, you just have to use Fleet's Solace and Fleet's Rapture, which I'll talk about in 1 second. Fleet's Rapture, it basically is the same thing as Solace, except this is a group heal. This is just a self heal. But using these two 3 times grants a Fleet's Misery, and yeah, it does damage. Okay, the final thing to talk about with White Mage is Temperance. This increases magic healing potency while reducing damage taken by 10% within a radius of 30 yalms. Yalms are just feet. And this is the description of how the blood gun, or the healing gauge, works. You know, actions that consume the Blood Lily, it'll bloom, and apply the action of Misery. And then, okay, now for a demonstration. I am going to queue for Garuda EX. And by the way, your hotbar is going to look exactly like mine. Oh, your roll. Really, none of this matters except Insuna, Swift Cast, and Sure Cast. But mainly Swift Cast and Lucid Dream. Okay, so, remember, you can go back to earlier in the guide to show what these abilities do. But mainly, as a White Mage, the first thing you want to do in a fight is cast Dia on the person. And then usually you want to put a weekend on the tank. And then you can probably shoot it down silently. If you start to run out of mana, you should only do this if you're below 7,000 energy. Otherwise, don't use it. Like right here. Probably only use this for 5,000, but use it whenever you want. Yeah. And that is the end of our in-depth healing guide. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will answer them. For now, this is bye.